When you look at the sun, it's hard not to think about how powerful it is, shooting energy all over our solar system. But get this, there's something out there even bigger and more mind-blowing than our sun. It's called Betelgeuse, this crazy red supergiant that's got scientists scratching their heads. It's huge, it pulses in weird ways, and it just does whatever it wants. They're trying to figure out what makes it tick, and they've found some pretty wild stuff. Come along as we check out the Orion constellation with the James Webb telescope. We'll see how Betelgeuse could change the way we understand the cosmos. If you dig space news, hit subscribe. And don't forget to like the video and turn on notifications. You can actually spot Betelgeuse in the winter sky if you're in the northern part of the world. Just find Orion and Canis Major. It's that reddish-orange star at the top left of Orion. It's one of the biggest and brightest stars up there, so you can't miss it. But if you watch it, you'll notice it changes brightness sometimes. That's because Betelgeuse isn't your average star. It looks like just another in the sky, but it's over 640 light-years away. That might not sound like much, but it's a crazy distance. If we could travel at light speed, which we can't, it would still take us 640 years to get there. With our fastest spaceships, it would take over 12 million years. That's way longer than humans have been around. The distance isn't the only reason Betelgeuse looks dim. It's a pulsating red supergiant, which means it's an old, huge star that expands and shrinks. When it does this, its brightness changes. It can go from pretty bright to super dim over weeks or months. Sometimes, Betelgeuse gets really faint. Back in February 2021, it was the dimmest it had been in ages. Plus, Betelgeuse has this reddish color because its surface is relatively cool, only about 3,500 Kelvin. Our sun is way hotter, at 5,500 Kelvin. Because it's cooler, Betelgeuse doesn't blast out as much energy as the sun. So, even though it's one of the biggest stars we know, it seems dimmer. Betelgeuse is like that giant who doesn't need to show off. But don't let its appearance fool you. Betelgeuse is about 20 times bigger than the sun. That's why scientists have been studying it for ages. The ancient Greeks knew about it, and an astronomer named Ptolemy even gave it a name that means Orion's armpit in Arabic. Telescopes have shown us a lot more about Betelgeuse. By checking out the light it gives off, scientists know its size, temperature, and what it's made of. The Hubble Space Telescope has taken detailed pictures of its surface, showing all sorts of cool gas and dust patterns. Scientists also use something called ALMA in Chile to get a close look. ALMA found this ginormous plume of gas shooting out from the star, probably caused by its pulsations. These pulsations happen because hot gas rises and cold gas sinks inside the star, creating waves. Hubble also found dark spots on Betelgeuse, kind of like sunspots, but way bigger. These spots have super strong magnetic fields that cool things down, making them look darker. Betelgeuse's magnetic field is thousands of times stronger than the sun's. These spots can change the star's brightness. The thing is, Betelgeuse isn't totally unique. There are other stars like it. One example is Antares, another red supergiant in the Scorpius constellation. Antares also changes brightness and is about 12 times bigger than the sun. So, what do you think? Has Betelgeuse already exploded and we just haven't seen it yet? Tell us in the comments. And if you liked the video, give us a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. One big question about Betelgeuse is whether it's about to go supernova. Red supergiants like Betelgeuse are nearing the end of their lives, and they're expected to explode. This explosion would be huge, briefly outshining whole galaxies. Scientists thought Betelgeuse might be close to this point, especially when it had a major dimming spell in 2019 and 2020. It turned out the dimming wasn't because of a supernova, but because the star had burped out a massive cloud of dust. Still, this was interesting because it helped us learn more about how big stars lose mass before they die. So, what would it look like if it did explode? First off, don't worry. Betelgeuse is far away enough that it wouldn't hurt us. Even at its brightest, the explosion would be safe, but it would be super visible. Scientists think it would be bright enough to see during the day for weeks or even months. At night, it would be brighter than the full moon. The leftovers of the explosion, called the supernova remnant, would hang around in our sky for years or even centuries. For scientists, it would be a super rare chance to study a stellar explosion in real time, as well as the creation of black holes or neutron stars and the formation of heavy elements. After a red supergiant like Betelgeuse explodes, what's left depends on its core. If the core is small enough, it becomes a neutron star, a super-dense object about the size of a city, but heavier than the sun. If the core is bigger, it might turn into a black hole. Betelgeuse is right on the edge, so scientists aren't sure what will happen. That's why they keep watching it. Telescopes all over the world and in space are constantly monitoring Betelgeuse. Hubble takes super detailed pictures. ALMA peers through the gas layers. The James Webb Space Telescope sees through the dust clouds. Other telescopes track its brightness and motion. All this data helps us understand what Betelgeuse is up to. While other red supergiants like Antares are cool, Betelgeuse is special. It's one of the closest and biggest stars of its kind, so it's a great thing to study. It's also really unstable, with weird changes in its brightness, dust, and surface. It's so big that if it were in the middle of our solar system, it would swallow everything up to Jupiter. Yet, it's still just a dim, flickering star in the night sky, full of mystery. Even if we could travel at light speed, which we can't, it would take 640 years to get there. With today's spacecraft, it would take over 12 million years. That's way longer than humans have even been around. Betelgeuse looks dim because it's far away and because of what it is. It's a pulsating red supergiant. It's an old, huge star that gets bigger and smaller. When it does, its brightness changes over weeks or months. Its brightness can change a lot, going from pretty bright to super bright. These changes happen in cycles, some short, 185 days, and some long, 2,335 days. Sometimes, Betelgeuse gets dim. In February 2021, it was the dimmest it had been in a while. It's also known for its red color. That's because its surface is cool, only about 3,500 Kelvin. The sun's surface is 5,500 Kelvin. Because it's cooler, it sends out less energy. So, even though it's huge, it looks dimmer. It's like a giant that doesn't need to show off. But don't let that fool you. Betelgeuse is about 20 times bigger than the sun. That's why people have been studying it for centuries. The ancient Greek astronomer Ptolemy knew about it. Its Arabic name means Orion's armpit. Modern telescopes have let us learn a lot more. By looking at its light, we know its size, temperature, and what it's made of. The Hubble Space Telescope has taken detailed pictures of its surface, showing gas and dust. These pictures help scientists make models to understand how it acts and what will happen to it. Scientists have also used ALMA in Chile. ALMA takes super clear pictures of Betelgeuse's surface, showing its structure. ALMA found this big plume of gas coming from it. This plume is thought to be from Betelgeuse's pulsations, where hot gas rises and cool gas sinks, creating waves. The Hubble Space Telescope images show cool spots, related to intense magnetism. These spots can be much larger than Earth, scientists believe. The most important thing, however, is to remember Valerica's brightness can go up and down. Because its surface emits less light since it is cooler. The size of how it contracts and expands in addition to the star spots makes the star's appearance brighter or dimmer and makes it interesting to astronomers. Betelgeuse isn't the only star like this. Antares, and Scorpius, is another red supergiant that changes brightness. It's about 12 times bigger than the sun, with a radius about 700 times as big. So, do you think Betelgeuse has already exploded and the light just hasn't reached us yet? Tell us in the comments. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. Thanks for watching. One big question is whether Betelgeuse is about to die. Red supergiants are old, and they usually explode as supernovas. This explosion is crazy powerful, brighter than whole galaxies. People think Betelgeuse might be close to this. The dimming events in 2019 and 2020 got everyone excited. It looked like it might explode. But more studying showed that the dimming was from a big cloud of dust the star threw off. It wasn't as cool, but it helped us learn how big stars lose stuff before they die. If it did explode, what would it look like from Earth? First, don't worry. It's far enough away, 640 to 700 light years, that it wouldn't hurt us. But it would be super visible. Scientists think it would be so bright you could see it during the day for weeks or months. At night, it would be brighter than the full moon. The leftovers from the explosion, called the supernova remnant, would be around for years, maybe centuries. For astronomers, it would be awesome, giving them real-time info on how stars explode, how black holes or neutron stars form, and how heavy elements are made. After Betelgeuse explodes, what's left depends on its core. If the core is small enough, it becomes a neutron star, tiny but heavy. If it's bigger, it could become a black hole. Betelgeuse is right on the edge, so scientists aren't sure which it will be. That's why they keep watching it. Telescopes all over the world and in space are always looking at Betelgeuse. Hubble takes pictures of its surface and the dust around it. ALMA looks at the gas layers, and the James Webb Space Telescope sees through the dust. Ground-based telescopes track its brightness and movement. All this info helps us understand what it's doing and what might happen. Other red supergiants, like Antares, are cool too. But Betelgeuse is close and huge, so it's great for studying how big stars change. It's also unstable, with weird changes in brightness, dust, and its surface. It's so big that if it were in the middle of our solar system, it would reach Jupiter. It's weird, powerful, and still mysterious. V.